Hello and welcome. I am Pride of One and welcome to the Pride. And today I'm going to show you how to do a standard drag tune. So let's find a car real quick. Chevy or Dodge? Chevy or Dodge? Let's go with Dodge. Demon? No, I have a few demons already. Why not? Let's just go with the Charger. Alrighty, getting our car here. And we'll go straight to the custom upgrades. Custom upgrades. And we'll flip over to engine swaps. Now, we can put a 6.2 V8 in this, or we can put a 6.2 DSC. Now, we want the regular 6.2. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep it rear-wheel drive, and we could either put a twin turbo or a supercharger. It really doesn't matter, but if we want that boost right off the line, we go with the supercharger, but I'm going to go with twin turbos for the long haul. So just checking to make sure you can't take any bumpers off. So just put on either a bump hood, a scoop, or a engine popping out. I usually put on the bump hood. It's just what I do. Obviously, you got to put on drag tires if we're making a drag tune. Got to put those on. You got to put the biggest in the rear if you're going for big tire. If you're going for small tire, you put 295s on. I go with usually the lightest rims I can find possible, which these just happen to be the ones I go for, usually around here. So those are the ones I usually go for. Then I go to the back, and if I have this available on the car, I usually space them out with the spacers just to give it a bigger stance. Usually I upgrade the transmission and all that stuff to its max. I mean, it doesn't matter about the PI with drag cars, it just matters about the weight and all that kind of stuff. You're trying to get it to 2,500 pounds, over 2,500 pounds, and under 1,000 horsepower. Now, I put in a rally suspension, something a little different from Forza 7, because we didn't have rally suspension, but we had it in Horizon 3, so if you were in Horizon 3, you know that rally suspension is ready to go. Now, I do not put a roll cage in. Interesting enough, I do not put a roll cage in this game. Well-known fact. Engine, just upgrade the engine. Most of the components of the engine, that is. Some parts we'll get to the end of the engine specs, and you'll see I don't put all of them in. Now, that's necessarily not because I don't want to or it doesn't give me power. It's just because of the fact that there's so much weight with them, and you see I check the specs right here to make sure. Like, you see it goes down with the 0 to 60, but then if you put it full in, even though the weight goes up, the horsepower goes up enough that it doesn't matter. And I don't even deal with oil and cooling. So let's install that. Gotta wait for it to install. I love the basket system in this game. It's so much fun. It's much better than 7, where you have to pay for everything. So, tuning time. Now, put that all the way up. Put that all the way down. In this game, because we have drag tires, you can put that all the way down. Now, I don't really like that, but that's the way we do it. Alright, skip gearing for now. Let's just skip it for now. Put that all the way up. We can leave everything level, and let's stiffen this all the way up. And they're stiff. And let's go ahead and soften in the front and stiffen in the rear. And let's keep the ride height all the way up. And then we can soften in the front, stiffen in the rear. And I call this the pyramid. And then you stiffen in the front and soften in the rear. So that's what I do usually on most of my drag cars for a base tune before I start testing. And then all the way up. And now it's to get to gearing. Gearing is really personal, but I usually start around 3 for my final drive. As you'll see here, I'll get it to 3, and then I'll just take everything else. I usually take down the top speed to where I want it to top speed at. Essentially, with all my cars, I want them to hit 177 with their top speed, whether it's in the Whether it's in the quarter mile and the half mile, it just doesn't matter. 177 is usually my top speed. So, play with the gearing a little bit. Once I get the gearing down, see that it's 177, and we're good to go. Install. And then we'll go test it. So this we could probably do a little bit more on, because oh lord, you could probably do more of a stuff too. Oh wait, one sec, I gotta change this to manual clutch. Forgot about that. I mean, this is a weaker tune, not a weaker tune, I should say, but it doesn't launch as hard as some of my other cars because it's such a heavy car. So what I would do is I would just really get that first gear spiking so that it just launches really hard off the line. So what I would do is, oh, another thing, how you launch: left trigger, right trigger, clutch, or e-brake, clutch, let off the left trigger, hit it, tap A until you get to the RPMs you want, and then you just launch and let go of the clutch. That's how you do manual clutch launch in this game. It's a little weird, but that's how you do it. So you see I hit 158. Not bad for a car that's this heavy, but still, it's got a lot of room to work. You can probably get it up to 162 with some work. Not a very competitive car, but it's still a car that you can work with if you're doing lists and the cars you want to use are banned. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.